What a game of football, a very interesting game, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone, of course, said that this game is going to be Haram Ball versus Haram Ball, in which, in my own personal opinion, I don't think it was a rumble. I feel like it was a very entertaining match, even though last night was much better, but this one was very interesting, especially in the view of Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, in my opinion, was also the better team because they were attacking, they were creating chance, they were very dynamic, they were very creative. The fact that they had the most amount of shots and only got one goal, which was via penalty, man, yeah, it's gonna be a madness when they meet Arsenal, like in London, ladies and gentlemen. Because Arsenal, I feel like as much as they were trying here and there, but there was nothing that was coming of fruition from the attacking outlets, from be it Martinelli, from Noni Madueke, who I said is just another glorified Adama Traore, and the big man himself, Victor Gyökeres. He was fouled and then he slotted in the penalty, which is a very good penalty. Julian Alvarez on the other side. I do not know why Arteta did not start Eberechi Eze, because we saw that when he came into the second half, in the around 60th minute, like he did more for like in the attacking sense, trying to like create all that kind of stuff compared to Odegaard. Odegaard was very non-existent in the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Atletico Madrid's whole plan was like to block out those, passing lanes, those passing options, and they were doing it very brilliantly. And the, attacking options were not really getting any ball. And, Atletico went, and also Atletico were always on their toes, pressing, and Arsenal were just letting, or rather like they were feeling the pressure, and Atletico could have scored more goals, but I don't know, man. I don't know. They were not on their A game, man, because Lookman had a lot of chances to actually bury this game. Griezmann as well, especially those two, and they did not, man. Griezmann hitting the post, hitting like another volley that could have gone in. Lookman had like 2, 3 chances, and he was just like basically passing it back to the goalkeeper, man. But shout out to also uh, Gabriel. There was this chance where Griezmann could have just scored, and he just put his whole body in front, and bro, it went for a corner, man. So the defensive, duo of Arsenal, rather the defensive work of Arsenal really saved them, because hey, well, this another team like PSG, all that kind of stuff, yo. Arsenal is being battered like 7-5, bro. You can't be telling me that you have like 17, 20 shots in a game and you've scored one goal from a penalty, man. No, even one open play goal. But again, I have to commend Simeone, because he was tactically brilliant against Arsenal. Imagine the fact that Arsenal only had one corner and against Atletico Madrid, and Atletico Madrid had 6 corners. Imagine that, meaning that Atletico Madrid were really on their A game when it came to, attacking. Also, when it came to throw-ins, so, and that was also evident in their throw-ins, because Atletico Madrid had 23 throw-ins, and Arsenal had 12. And Arsenal had 12 fans. So meaning that Arsenal were really, yeah, Atletico was really cooking, fam. Very, very cooking, fam. All in all, fairly balanced game, because even from the possession, all that comes out, very balanced game from the expected XG. I mean, Arsenal 1.5, Atletico 2.5, ish. Balanced game. Atletico could have won this game if had they been more clinical, and now it's up to the fate into the next match, and it could go any, and this game could go anywhere, fam. It honestly could go anywhere, and hopefully, the thing is, Arteta is like Guardiola to some extent, because sometimes he sees a formula already working. Instead of putting Eze we can see is already working, but he does not trust Eze as much. He puts in Odegaard, and Odegaard, it's yeah. Let's see, fam. I'm neutral, and let's see, but I hope none of these teams, even though if either of these teams actually go into the finals, yeah, they know they're cooked, fam. Honestly, they're cooked. But again, football is football, fam. My player of the match, fam. I honestly have to go to Declan Rice, fam. Declan Rice, yeah, he's been the saving grace for Arsenal. He's one of the most, he has been one of the few standing, or rather shining lights for Arsenal in that midfield farm. He was trying his own, he was like holding that midfield, all that kind of stuff, defending, all that kind of stuff. He was that workhorse that we needed him to be, and he turned up today, in my own personal opinion. And yeah, let's see how the second leg is gonna go. Do all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.